Women rarely come out and say exactly what they're feeling, especially when they're into you. Instead, they rely on subconscious behaviors to communicate their attraction. And one of the biggest giveaways: nervous actions when she's craving your attention. Her body betrays her in subtle, almost imperceptible ways. These aren't random. They're clear indicators. She's drawn to you. The problem: most men are blind to them. What you're about to learn are 10 unusual, non-obvious signs that she's dying for you to notice her. These are primal, deeply rooted actions she can't help but display when she's interested. If you can spot them, you'll never have to second-guess her intentions again. 1. The invisible audience effect. When a woman is drawn to you, she doesn't need to be in direct conversation with you to signal her interest. Instead, she performs for her invisible audience. You pay attention to what happens when you enter a room or get within earshot. Does her voice get louder? Do her gestures become bigger? More animated? Is she suddenly the life of the conversation? That's not for everyone else. It's for you. Her primal brain recognizes you as someone she wants attention from, so she subconsciously amplifies her presence. This is a deeply ingrained behavior, rooted in the human instinct to attract. She doesn't need to say, "Look at me," because everything about her energy is already doing the talking. Notice how her laughter becomes a bit more exaggerated. Her smile lingers just a little longer, or her posture changes to be more open and inviting. She'll even throw subtle glances your way, checking to see if you're noticing her performance. 2. Adjusting her sitting posture. This one happens in the blink of an eye. You approach, and suddenly she shifts her position. Maybe she straightens her back, crosses or uncrosses her legs, or leans forward slightly. This isn't about comfort. It's about presentation. Women are acutely aware of their posture and appearance. When they're near someone they find attractive, by adjusting her position, she's instinctively framing herself in the best possible way. It's a subtle but deliberate action, signaling that she's alert to your presence. Watch for the small details: smoothing out her clothes, brushing her hair to one side, or angling her body slightly toward you. Even her feet might point in your direction, betraying her focus before she ever says a word. 3. Repeated glances at your hands. Most men focus on a woman's face or body language, but here's a sign that goes completely unnoticed: when her eyes wander to your hands. This might seem random, but it's anything but. Hands represent action capability and intimacy on a subconscious level. Women are drawn to them as symbols of strength and touch. Her glances at your hands aren't meaningless. They're a deeply primal indicator of curiosity and attraction. You'll see this most often during casual interactions. Her eyes will dart down as you gesture, rest your hand on a table, or hold something. The pattern is subtle but consistent. A quick glance, a momentary focus, then a return to eye contact. If you catch her in the act, it's a clear signal. She's tuned into you on a deeper level than just casual conversation. 4. Faking disinterest. This is one of the trickiest signs, because it's designed to throw you off. One moment she's engaged, smiling, laughing, locking eyes. The next, she's suddenly distant. Maybe she's scrolling through her phone, looking away, or chatting with someone else. It seems like she's lost interest. But don't be fooled. This is a calculated move, a subtle game of push and pull. Women often feign disinterest to test your reaction, or to build anticipation by creating a small moment of distance. She's heightening the tension, drawing you into the dynamic without overtly chasing your attention. What gives it away is the follow-up behavior. She might sneak a quick glance at you when she thinks you're not looking, or suddenly re-engage the moment you make a move. The act of faking disinterest isn't about shutting you out. It's about seeing if you'll step up and close the gap. 5. Accidental mimicry of your energy. Without even realizing it, she begins syncing her energy with yours. If you're animated and lively, She'll match your enthusiasm. If you're calm and composed, her tone will soften, her movements will slow, and her demeanor will mirror yours. This is called emotional mirroring, and it's one of the strongest indicators of attraction. Her subconscious mind is aligning with yours, creating a sense of connection and compatibility without a single word being spoken. The signs are small but telling. She laughs when you laugh, adjusts her posture to mirror yours, or matches the cadence of your speech. Even her facial expressions will sync with the tone of your conversation, creating a rhythm that feels effortless and natural. These aren't random behaviors. They're deeply rooted in human psychology. When someone mirrors your energy, it's a signal of trust, interest, and alignment. And when a woman does this, she's not just interested, she's invested. But wait, those first 5 signs are just the beginning. If you think you've seen it all, you're in for a surprise. The next set of signals are even more subtle and unusual, the kind most men overlook completely. Once you recognize these, you'll never miss an opportunity again. Let's dive into the next 5 signs. 6. Overcompensating with small nervous gestures. Here's a subtle but undeniable sign. She can't seem to stop fidgeting. Maybe she's twisting a ring on her finger, adjusting her watch, or playing with the edge of her drink. These aren't random actions. They're nervous responses triggered by heightened emotions. When a woman feels self-conscious around someone she's attracted to, her brain seeks a way to release that energy. Small, repetitive movements help her manage the excitement or nerve she feels in your presence. It's a dead giveaway that she's hyper-aware of you. These gestures may seem insignificant to an untrained eye, but pay attention: the way her hands flutter, how she adjusts her hair repeatedly, or the way her fingers tap lightly on a surface. All of it betrays her inner state. It's her body speaking when her words can't. 7. Holding a pose for too long. When a woman likes you, she instinctively wants to appear more appealing. One way this plays out is through frozen moments. She might hold herself in a particularly flattering position, longer than natural, crossing her legs and keeping them there, tilting her head just so, or propping her chin on her hand in a dreamy pose. This isn't coincidence. Her subconscious is guiding her to showcase her most attractive angles, making sure you notice her. At her best, these small calculated pauses are her silent way of saying, "Look at me." It's especially obvious when she transitions from movement to stillness the moment you arrive. For instance, she might lean against a counter in a relaxed pose, or adjust her standing position to accentuate her figure. Once the pose is set, it stays locked, almost like she's waiting for your gaze to linger. 8. Randomly laughing or smiling alone. One of the more unusual signs is when she starts smiling or giggling, seemingly out of nowhere. Maybe you're mid-conversation, and she breaks into a grin that doesn't match the moment. Or maybe she's not even talking to you, but suddenly seems amused. As if by a private joke, this isn't a random burst of joy. She's reacting to the chemistry between you, or to something you've said or done earlier. Her brain is replaying moments of connection, sparking an involuntary reaction she can't fully control. The key to spotting this is timing. Does her smile coincide with moments when she's looking at you, or thinking about what you've said? Does her laughter seem just slightly out of context? If yes, she's caught in a feedback loop of attraction, and you're the one triggering it. 9. Leaning her head to the side. This is a subtle but powerful signal of openness. When a woman tilts her head slightly while talking to you, it's not just a casual move. It's a deeply ingrained behavior that conveys trust and receptiveness. By exposing the vulnerable side of her neck, she's signaling that she feels comfortable and interested in you. This gesture dates back to primal instincts, where such an action would signify safety and non-aggression. You'll often see this paired with soft eye contact and an almost curious expression, as if she's inviting you to share more. It's a move that says, "I'm listening to you and I like what I'm hearing." 10. Glancing at you, then fixing herself. One of the clearest signs of attraction. happens when she catches sight of you and immediately starts adjusting herself. Maybe she checks a reflection in a nearby mirror, smooths out her outfit, or quickly fixes her hair. This isn't vanity, it's preparation. Her brain is registering you as someone she wants to impress. And these small actions are her way of ensuring she looks her best. It's a subconscious process, but the intent behind it is unmistakable. What makes this behavior so telling is its timing. These adjustments often happen right after she sees you, or after you've made eye contact. It's as if her body is saying, "He's looking. I need to make sure everything's perfect." So, there you have it. 10 unusual signs she's secretly craving your attention. Want to learn even more powerful insights to level up your interactions? Make sure to like this video, drop a comment with your favorite takeaway, and subscribe for more insider strategies. And don't miss the next video. It's packed with even more game-changing tips you won't want to miss.